Happy Friday. Happy pizza night here at the Mullins household. Tonight I am doing a little bit of something different. We've never done it before. We are doing low carb bubble waffle pizzas. I've done bubble waffle pizzas with cauliflower crust before, but this is a little bit different, so I'm very excited. I'm going to start out by grating 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese. And this is one of those instances where you are going to want to grate your own cheese if possible, because the added ingredients to the cheese, the pre-shredded kind, might interfere with like the texture and how everything melts together for this particular pizza. Plus, I think if you are really doing low carb or keto, I think that might actually be a no-no. I don't really know. Maybe you should look at that. I'm not really a low carb person, so I don't know, but I feel like I have to do that. All right, almost done with the mozzarella. Okay, little bits right here. And I am going to take 3/4 cup of that mozzarella and pop it over here into my bowl, leaving just a little bit left. And then I am going to grate my cheddar. And I just have 1 ounce of cheddar. And it can all go together because it's going to, and what's left in here is going to end up in the same place. So the bubble waffles are super fun. It's something we really love in our house, is our bubble waffle pan. It's really not too much different than using a regular waffle iron. You have to let it preheat, and then it has to go for so much amount of time on each side. So I find that it usually takes about the same amount of time. I'm just checking my recipe here so I know how much of everything to add in. All right, so I've got my mozzarella cheese here, and I need to do 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. So I am going to use my mini measure-all. It has some tablespoon measurements, and it's going to make it really easy to plop the cream cheese into the bowl. I'm going to round it a little bit because it's the whipped kind, so I want to make sure I have enough. But I can just push that and scoop it out. All right, I need the cream cheese, and I need a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Go ahead and take the lid off of that. And 1 teaspoon of our garlic rub. So this one's my favorite. I'm actually almost out, so now I'm gonna have to order more. This might take up what is left. Almost all of what's left. There's a little bit left in there. All right, cheese, seasoning, rub, and now I'm gonna just pop it in the microwave for 30 to 45 seconds. Just probably start with 30. So over here, I've got my waffle pan preheating on medium, and I've also preheated my broiler. The recipe says you can pop it in the microwave for about a minute after it's done, but I'm doing all this work to make it a crispy crust, so I'm going to put it under the broiler so it stays nice and crispy. We are just going to do some pepperoni pizza tonight, but certainly whatever you like to have on your pizza normally, then you should do that. And give it a little mix. And now I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of almond flour, which I've never really used almond flour before. I had some as a byproduct of making my own almond milk, and I used that to make some cookies, but I've never just used it in a baking recipe before, so I'm pretty excited about that. And 1 egg. Mix all that up. Because your batter will be thick. And I just want to double check one more time to make sure that I've got everything before I move it over to my pan. It is. All right, so my waffle puff pan should be preheated. I am going to spray it with some canola oil that I have here in my kitchen spritzer. This thing is a wonderful option, alternative to the aerosol cans. A, it's better for the environment, and B, it doesn't leave nasty marks all over your pans. So I'm going to make sure I spray both sides really good into those bubbles. And I'm going to use my scoop just to evenly distribute my batter. And one of the cool things about this pan is that it has, probably won't be a problem with this recipe as much, but it has all this extra room around the outside so that if you do overfill, it's gonna go onto that instead of all over your stove. All right, I'm gonna try to spread this out a little bit and then we'll close it up. You can already hear it cooking, it's sizzling. It's gonna be cheesy and delicious. All right, I'm gonna close it, and then you immediately, you give it a squeeze, flip it over, because that side's gonna be hotter because it's been there, and we're gonna sit it on this side for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna pull it open to peek at it to make sure that that side is nice and brown, and then I'm gonna flip it over when it is, and that'll be about 3 minutes on that side, and then I'll come back and put it all together. All right, I did about 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other. It still didn't look quite right, so I added on another minute or so on the first side. So I'm gonna pick it back up. And look at how golden that looks. And we are gonna use our little fork here that comes with the waffle pan so it's not scratching the nonstick surface. By the way, this fork is also perfect for the brownie bite pan. It's the perfect size. Oh my goodness, look at that. Looks so good. I'm gonna put that side up, I think. And I just have another waffle or another pizza crust to make, so I'm gonna do that. I put that together during that 5 minutes or 6 minutes, whatever that we were, where it was cooking. All right, same thing. Push it all in here. Spread it around a little bit. All right, close it, squish it down, flip it over. All right, so now I'm gonna come back over here to this pizza, and you guys, the recipe says that this is 2 servings, so you know, say what you want about that. I'm probably gonna eat that whole thing. Gotta let my kids try it though. So that's why we're making 2. Might need one, probably gonna make something smaller for the kids too. Another small pizza. But now I'm taking some pizza sauce, opening it with our smooth edge can opener. Well, not pizza sauce, just tomato sauce. And if you, that one fills up. If you are a low carb person, tomato sauce has 0 added sugars, so 3 grams of carbohydrates. I don't know. All right, but I've got 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to add to that. And I am going to give it a stir with my scoop and spread. Probably should have used a little bit bigger of a bowl. All right, so I'm gonna pour just a little bit of this on there. Same thing as before. You just don't want to get too much sauce on it. That's what'll get it all soggy. But there we go. All right, and we're going to take our cheese from before, what was left, and sprinkle that on top. This is going to be cheesy and delicious. And the pepperonis or whatever else you like to add on. Oh, look, I made a flower. All right, now I'm just going to pop this under the broiler for 1 or 2 minutes and put a little more cheese on top. Pull it out and see what it looks like. All right, it's ready to go. It's yummy. Took about 2.5 minutes under the broiler, so I think that looks pretty perfect, and I am excited to eat it. Awesome, thanks for watching.